So in this oil video today, we're going to be talking about using oils for pain management. Pain management is a big topic these days, especially because we've seen the rise in opioid usage in our culture and the beginning of excessive use of opioids in our kids, which is very scary. So it's important to know, I'm a healthcare practitioner, that excessive opioid use and overuse of opioids, and especially the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory agents such as Tylenol, aspirin, ibuprofen, can all be very toxic to our system. Chronic opioid use is known to cause immunosuppression. NSAIDs are known to be toxic to the GI system, very difficult for the liver to metabolize, and can be damaging to our liver when used excessively. So essential oils represent an amazing way that we can actually manage our pain, our mild to moderate pain, in a very natural way. So one of the first blends that we talked about in the previous video was Deep Blue, and that's a wonderful, wonderful blend for soothing pain and discomfort related to muscle tension. But I want to talk about a couple others today in this video. One of them is black pepper. So black pepper is a wonderful oil that's known to help with pain management. Great for stiffness, joint discomfort. Another oil that you can actually take internally, so that's great for pain. Another oil that's wonderful that some people don't think about in relation to pain management, but it's actually great, and I have used it myself before when I was having fevers and rigors and joint pain from a viral illness that was coming on, is marjoram. So marjoram is a wonderful oil to help with muscle aches, that kind of stiff, achy feeling. And I would have my husband rub this on my back, and I mean, he had to do it almost every 2 hours more frequently, but I noticed it helped tremendously with that achy feeling that I was having associated with the viral infection. So marjoram, a great one. Black pepper. Another great one that people often don't think about is lemongrass. Lemongrass is a wonderful pain relieving oil, especially for those kind of cramps that you may get in your muscles, for any sort of inflammation. It's known to have a cortisone-like effect, so great for any sort of stiff joints, muscle pain from that. I love to actually layer lemongrass with Deep Blue. It's a wonderful, those two blends, the lemongrass along with the Deep Blue, are wonderful for muscle tension and joint pain, as well as for poor circulation. Lemongrass is a wonderful oil along with cypress to actually open up the vessels and get flow into the area that you're having poor circulation. So great for that type of pain if you have pain from poor circulation. Peppermint is a wonderful oil for any sort of pain and tension in the head and neck. And one of the blends that doTERRA makes for this is called the Past Tense blend. Has peppermint, frankincense, basil, a lot of these oils that are wonderful for relieving head and neck tension. Couple others that are wonderful. I cannot finish this oil spotlight without mentioning Wintergreen. So while the Deep Blue blend has Wintergreen in it, sometimes using straight Wintergreen is an option if you're having significant, more moderate pain. The main component in Wintergreen is methyl salicylate. That is the natural version, basically, of aspirin. It is an anti-inflammatory. It has pain-relieving, cortisone-like effects, so it reduces inflammation. Wintergreen is a great oil to use for pain. It cannot be taken internally. Again, remember, if it doesn't have a supplements box on the back of the bottle, you cannot take this oil internally, but it's a great oil to use topically. So sometimes what you can do, if you need more of this, you can use Deep Blue, lemongrass, and add more Wintergreen to your pain regimen. Another great oil for pain or discomfort related to bruising is Healy Christum. So Healy Christum actually works to break up the blood underneath a bruise. Have great experience that with my son who had a black eye, and we were about to have pictures done with my newborn daughter, and I was applying Healy Christum and lavender, great anti-inflammatory oil around that bruise. His black eye was gone in about 6 days, which is pretty impressive. It takes a normal black eye 3 weeks to heal. So Healy Christum is another another really powerful, potent oil, especially for bruising or pain associated with, say, sprains and what we call ecchymosis, or bruising in the body. So I don't want to overwhelm you with too many oils, but that's kind of an array of oils that you can use in your arsenal for pain management. Most of the time it's going to be topical application to where you're actually having the pain. We already talked about the deep blue polyphenol complex, a great regimen to take internally if you're having systemic pain from, say, a joint discomfort disorder you may have. That's a great thing to take internally for that, as well as frankincense. Frankincense is another one to take that's wonderful internally for that. So if you guys have any questions, this little oil spotlight could be turned into an entire webinar. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them.